with my other half. This is Malcolm.
Hello.
Today we're doing a joint review on the St. Mary's Chronicles, Just One Damn Thing After Another by Jodi Taylor. This is the first book in the series and introduces us to the St. Mary's
crew.
Yep, Max, and basically people who have no business going back in time and observing contemporary events.
At the time.
At the time. It's not time travel.
So this is very much an introductory book to the series, where we get to meet the St. Mary's crew and get an idea of just how they operate. They work for a university where they research historical events that have been lost through whatever. And so they go back, observe it, record what needs to be recorded, write up a paper, and then submit that to the university, and they're quite happy. And that's how they get paid, effectively.
Sounds a good life.
Sounds straightforward, but unfortunately historians are notoriously accident-prone and disaster areas.
Yes, very much so. I'm not disagreeing, no. No. We're introduced to this world through Max, a young woman who's had a tough life and isn't quite sure what she's going to do with herself, and she's recruited in sort of a very stealthy kind of way to sign up with St. Mary's.
She is a historian, she's got a doctorate in it and all that, so she's not like a random person off the street, so she knows her stuff, but she's obviously not expecting to go and see it firsthand.
Bonus points with this book is it has dinosaurs in.
Yeah, we go back to the Cretaceous period.
And trouble is we can't tell you too much about it because there's a lot of spoilers, isn't there?
Yeah, there's twists, there's turns. Some characters turn out to be a little bit more than they supposedly are. Other characters turn out to be not loyal at all. Obviously we can't tell you who and what and why and how.
Yep.
Some of it is not actually revealed. We just know that something's up and to be found out at a later date.
Certainly I've read the entire series up to date at the moment, and things that are referenced in here will have consequences further down the line, and also things that happen in here that you don't know why are sorted out later on down the line. There is a natural loop with this story series, and Jodi's very careful. I don't know if she's intentionally plotted this or not.
I would have thought
but
so.
Yeah, everything is tied up within this series, and it's very, very clever, but very much a flip chart event for those of you that want to keep track of what's going on and who's doing what and who meets who.
I'm sure you can Google those. I'm sure somebody's done one.
They must have. We like our flip charts.
Yeah. So the story itself is enjoyable enough. It's quite compelling. Finding out about St. Mary's through Max's eyes, and then the adventures she goes on. Just with that, it was a fine story on its own. But what really makes this a great book is the fact that it's so funny. It's not a rip-roaring, laugh-out-loud belly burster, but there's a quirkiness to it.
It's very British humour.
It's very British humour.
Very much, yeah.
Mannerisms, way things are put, the situational comedy.
We've just had a disaster. I'll put the kettle on.
Yeah. Lots of tea's drunk.
Yeah. So if that's your cup of tea, you're going to love this series very much. Like I said, I've read the entire series. This is my husband's first encounter with this series. He knows I love it. He also knows it makes me cry. It makes me laugh. It is very much a group of characters that you gel with very quickly. I think my biggest gripe with this book is there seems to be a passage of about 5 years at some point in the events, and it's not made clear, and you sort of have to work it out.
No, there's a lot of these things when you have like the montage scene.
Yeah.
You just no idea how much time has passed in that, and yeah.
But the beauty is we do have short stories that slot in as well, so there is certainly loads of potential for a TV series to fill in those 5 years, which would be lovely.
Or even not really attached to the book, because you can pick any historical event and make that chaotic.
Yep, totally. Yeah, Max makes everything a disaster.
She does.
Yeah.
It gets dark at one point. It does.
Very, yeah.
The low point is pretty low.
There are trigger warnings, which I will link in the description box down below. So if you need to be aware of certain things, I'll leave that down there rather than spoil it, because they are. I think they are.
They're kind of plot related in a way,
yes.
But
I will leave those warnings down below for you if you need them. When it gets dark, it really does crush your soul. Yeah. Yeah, I had Malcolm read this to me, so I was really lucky there. So I had my own personal audiobook.
Yeah. And we whizzed through this book. We read the whole thing in a month.
Really quick, yeah. Considering it was a bedtime book, very, very quick. Like you say, very enjoyable, very easy to read, lovely wit. And yeah.
No, I'd be keen to continue with the series at some point. No, I enjoyed it. But you said I would, so...
Yes, I did. I know what you like. So if you've read the St. Mary's Chronicles, in particular this one, please leave your thoughts down below. But again, you try and hide those spoilers for some people who haven't read this series. This series is not as well known in the book community as it should be. I think a lot more of you would love this series if you were aware that it was out and about.
Yes, it's time travel, but it's not Doctor Who, or even Doctor Who-like.
No.
It's not that sort of time travel.
No. It's observing historical events in contemporary time.
Just thought I'd throw that out there.
Yeah, it's fine. As usual, all my guff is in the description box down below. Please go and check it out. And there are links to other booktubers that I want you to go and explore and discover, because YouTube, you're rubbish.
I'm not arguing.
No.
As usual, if you have nothing nice to say, then please keep it to yourself. Thank you, and until next time, see you later.
Be well.